Good morning and welcome to the 445 Productive Through Joy show with your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher. The show airs each weekday morning, hella early AF at 4:45 a.m. here on YouTube's Michael Datcher channel, then 4:45 p.m. on Facebook Live. Today, we're talking about mind mastery, mastering your mind, and how mastering your mind will enhance your level of productivity. So thanks for being here. If you're new, you can go to the show. You can go to productivethroughjoy.com to see about us. We speak to groups, schools, and organizations about being productive through joy. I just see James Baldwin behind me here, and Asada Shakur and Gloria Naylor, kind of who got my back. Who was that? Oh, is that Langston Hughes? Wait, who is that? Is that Marquez? Oh yeah, so all my people are here. Marquez, all my people who got my back, all the writers, activists, and leaders. Just as a brief side note, I just saw them behind me, checking over my shoulder, making sure that I'm on the straight and narrow here. So yeah, you can go to productivethroughjoy.com to see about us. We speak to groups, schools, and organizations about being productive through joy with a really powerful series of programs, guys. Thanks for being here. Again, today we're talking about mastering our mind, but let me say a few words first. Again, for those of you who are new, this is your host and This is your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher, author of the New York Times bestseller Raising Fences, author of the acclaimed historical novel Americas, board president of the great nonprofit in Los Angeles here in the Crenshaw District, the world stage. Educational background, UC Berkeley as an undergraduate, master's UCLA, PhD in English Lit, and English literature. I just said that, right? Author of the acclaimed historical novel Americas, author of the New York Times bestseller Raising Fences, which was also a Today Show Book of the Month pick, author of the new Pulitzer Prize nominated, I'm proud to say, Animating Black and Brown Liberation, A Theory of American Literatures. So keep your fingers crossed for me about getting that Pulitzer Prize. It would be very nice to have that. So yeah, guys, I'm an expert at being productive. I don't say that to brag or boast, but people are oftentimes surprised to see that level of productivity when they learn my background. I am the product of a young girl who was sexually assaulted at age 16, gave to me as birth to me as a result of that assault. Then subsequently gave me up for adoption to an amazing single divorcee, yet at the time, no biological father, no adopted father. Listen, difficult times for the young MD. Yet, as Cool Modi famously said, how you like me now? Listen, if I can be this productive and be so through joy, we know that many people can be, in their own way, similarly productive. So that's what inspires me personally, and certainly inspires this show, because we know it's not where you're from, it's where you're about to go. So let's go into this topic for today. We're talking about mind mastery. So point one is that you want to know that almost everyone has a difficult time mastering their mind, kind of controlling their thoughts. Our brain is so extraordinary that it can process information at such a rapid speed, and it's always going. And for many of us, we know we have these in our minds, these kind of, we call them feedback loops, where our mind keeps telling us things at times from years old, from things our parents told us, things we were taught or are expressed as children, expressed to as children, situations, failures, and too often those thoughts are not of a positive nature. I'm not sure why that's the case, but a lot of times the thoughts in our minds are negative thoughts about ourselves. I mean, it's amazing how those things can just come up, or things that worry us. So most people deal with that. I mean, I'm sure there are people who don't deal with, but I don't know those people. And so that's just a part of the human experience. And so that's the context in which we have today's topic. So knowing that will give you a sense that you're not alone, because you definitely are not alone. A lot of people are up in that piece, which goes right into point two, is that it's knowing that you can have an intention to master your mind, to have mind mastery. Many of us don't even think that we can control those thoughts. We just assume that that's just the way it is. We can't have any impact, influence on those thoughts. Well, wow, yes, you can. You can begin to gain control of those. In meditation, we call that the monkey mind. Your mind is all over the place, right? It's hyperactive, and it's spewing at times information that's not so positive, right? Well, then point three is, well, how do you master your mind? How do you get to that point of mind mastery? Here's the thing. There's many ways to do it. So we speak about what we know how to do and what works for us. one of the main keys is to develop a what we call a spiritual practice. You can call it an energetic practice. It's where you begin to commune with yourself. If your mind is inside yourself, and it is, by communing with yourself, by having a deeper relationship with yourself, you can literally, with that relationship, do a better job at mastering your mind. So we talk a lot about on this show about meditation, yoga, various types of spiritual modalities, Pilates, for example, kind of a mental, physical approach to this process that you may, in reading spiritual literature or energetic, progressive, positive literature, putting stuff in your mind that is affirming, right? And then throughout your day, working on it. I have a small little thing on my wrist. Let's click it. You probably can't see it. It's like a little rubber band. It's really my daughter's gymnasium rubber wristband thing. But when my mind goes into that space it does not need to be going, I just kind of pull up that little rubber band. Boink. You can get a rubber band, you can get whatever you need, but that reminds me, hey, where's your mind? Where's your mind? And that small thing, and I cannot tell you how helpful that thing has been over the years. I mean, it just helps me to. I'm conscious of my mind going in places where it doesn't need to go, and still my mind still goes there, at times. So I know that if I'm this intentional, I know for a lot of us who aren't putting in this type of like intentional work, you're going through it because I work on this stuff pretty hard, and it still impacts me. So I know for most of us, this is a major issue. So reach out to me, get more help on that. Again, this is your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher. Have me come out speak to your group, school, or organization. Thanks for being here, guys. I'll be at Marlboro College February the 11th and 12th. I think the gig's on the 11th. Yeah, I think it's the Tuesday. It's that Tuesday, the 11th. Talking about art, literature, justice, all kind of cool stuff. Look for me there. Then I'll be in Taos, New Mexico. Yeah, I'm coming to you, so get ready. Thanks for being here, guys. We'll see you soon. Until then, let's talk about it and be about it. Deuces.